What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to the Joe Cronin Show. This is State of the WWE, episode number 113. 113 episodes of State of the WWE, ranging from 15-minute long to 2-hour-long shows. This will be, I don't know. Let's get right into Dean Ambrose. I was waiting to talk about this until more information came out so I could, talk more on it other than just the speculation that he was reportedly not going to return to the WWE. And now that the WWE themselves, has come out and acknowledged this. And that's the crazy thing. It's something that I don't think a lot of people expected that to happen. By the way, the WWE page they take up a whole page with their photo. Like their sizing on their website is way off. Dean Ambrose is on his way out. Unless this is some kind of weird ploy by WWE or joke. Dean Ambrose, Jonathan Good, will not be renewing his contract with WWE when it expires in April. We're grateful, appreciative of all that Dean has given to the WWE and our fans. We wish him well and hope that one day Dean Ambrose will return to the WWE. So that's it. Dean Ambrose is leaving the WWE for probably AEW. Where else would he go? Maybe he's not going anywhere. Is he doing a CM Punk? He doesn't want to become an MMA fighter. So there you have it. Dean Ambrose let's face it, is basically sucked in the WWE. Anyway, I like this last thing they did with the gas mask and him talking about the fans. At first, I didn't like it. And then I started to really like it. Kind of like Matt Hardy's character in TNA. But it sounds like WWE once again just kind of gave up on everything. And, will we see him again? I don't know. I guess he got punked out by Nia. Nobody is happy. I can't believe anybody is really happy in WWE at this point. Who the hell would be happy right now? WWE is a mess. Vince McMahon promising all this stuff. This place is still a joke at this point. To further update the Dean Ambrose situation, there's been backstage news on this, apparently. First appearing on the Wrestling Inc. website. Dean Ambrose, Jonathan Good, will not be renewing his contract. We just read that. PW Porch first reported that Ambrose gave his notice to the WWE as he's unhappy with his position and has been for quite some time. I would think so, ever since Stone Cold Steve Austin made him look like a bitch, or he made himself look like a bitch on that podcast. He gave his notice on Monday, according to PW Insider. The deal that was recently offered was a 5-year contract worth a little more than 7 figures. Yeah, it was 7 figures. 7 figures per year. While some talents knew of the potential exit, word started to get around after last night's Raw. WWE turned down big money, or Ambrose turned down big money from WWE. PW Insider. Ambrose being able to do what he wants. He's made good money while in WWE, and he doesn't live an expensive lifestyle. I assume this could mean that he could be showing up in time for Double or Nothing with AEW, should he want to do that. That could be interesting. It just seems like so many talents are leaving the WWE. This is starting to become something interesting and maybe something special. We haven't seen anything like this, quite frankly. Even with the existence of Impact Wrestling, we haven't seen anything like this or felt really anything like this since WCW and WWE. The only difference is it's not like it because with WCW, they were already an established wrestling program. And, they would eventually start winning the ratings war. This kind of isn't that. This is a different type of thing that we're seeing here, and I don't know exactly what it could mean or what could happen next or what could be happening. With the Khan family and, the money that they're able to throw around over in AEW, I don't know what those rules are and limitations are, and the money really is. But this is, it's very interesting. And there's all kinds of reports coming out all over the place. WWE hires another former superstar to work backstage. We talked about Hurricane Helms, but former WWE superstar Sean Daivari has been hired to work as a producer in WWE. That is also very interesting. There's just been so much random news going on today. It's been hard to sift through everything. Again, I just find it strange that WWE is advertising this, you know what I mean, with Dean Ambrose. It's very strange. Some people have come out thinking it's a work, and I get why, because why are they saying this? And I gotta believe that one of the reasons why WWE has come out, I suppose, would be that they wanted to get ahead of the news. They just wanted to get out there and, you know, let everybody know. And they wanted to kind of break their own news, if that makes any sense. Like, hey, listen, instead of all these outlets picking up the news and making headlines, like, let's get out there and make the headlines ourselves, I guess. You know, if it's real. But that's why people are so skeptical about whether it's real or not. And then, of course, that leaves Renee Young in the WWE. Very similar to CM Punk leaving with his girl still there. Same sort of thing there. And you know, I've been sent a lot of different things today from WWE people. And you know, I don't know. They really should have showed Bayley doing this on camera. Velveteen Dream was posting the Four Horsemen sign that Becky threw up and Bayley threw up to each other. Four Horsewoman sign. I don't know. I hate that whole thing. Again, not digging that. But hey, it is whatever. It is whatever it is, I guess. I don't know. But there's just so much news. so much stuff floating around there that's not true and stuff that is true, and it's hard to distinguish because some of the true stuff is almost as unbelievable. The other night on Raw, the only two things I enjoyed was Becky Lynch's stare down with Ronda Rousey. Obviously, Ronda Rousey appeared to be a little bit shook by the crowd. Some people even believe, and it could be true, that Ronda Rousey was so shook from the crowd that she kind of had to psych herself up and go off on Becky Lynch. And all Ronda knows is how to say what she's going to do, and she said she's going to murder Becky Lynch, which, you know, obviously you probably want to stay away from saying, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to murder you, I'm going to cut your head off, type things like that. And but I think that Ronda, that's why a lot of people really believe that Ronda was going off the cuff, that she was just kind of going with it, and she was so flustered by the crowd that, you know, that amped her up to be like, I will murder you, you know, that type of thing. But the stuff she said was so good, I got to believe it was scripted. She said something like, I own the ground you walk on and all these things. And if she just made that up out of nowhere, which is unlikely, but if she did, that's pretty damn epic. That's some epic stuff. Even the I'll kill you thing was great. I don't care what people say. Like, there were websites posting about this like, oh, very good. Say you're going to murder someone on a PG show. Hey, how about you just go suck someone's ass, you wuss bag wrestling. Any wrestling publisher, Facebook group, wrestling news website, anybody that comes out and mocks that and says, real good on a PG show to say that. Anybody that says that is a puss bag who needs to be thrown off a fucking Caribbean cruise and eaten by sharks. All right? Because that kind of talk is just lame, and nobody wants your lame asses here. Go to Disney World, okay? Go to Disney World with your kids if they don't get abducted by someone in Hollywood and molested. You know, come on, dude. We want to have fun here. We want, you know, no, it's real good. Yeah, I mean, if it's a joke, I get it. Like, it's kind of weird she said that on this type of show with all the stuff they're not allowed to do or say. You know, she comes out and says, I'll straight up murder somebody. Let's not forget that, you know, Seth Rollins a couple years ago threatened Edge's life and said, I'm going to kill him anyway, John. And then he stepped on his head. You know, it was like he threatened to kill him, basically. And that's what they were threatening, that, like, hey, if I do the curb stomp on Edge's neck, this guy might be really incapacitated. And then he takes it to the level of saying he's going to kill him. So it's weird because I've heard people say they're going to kill people more recently in the WWE than ever before. It's kind of funny. In the PG era, all these people saying they're going to kill people. But back, you know, years ago, they would say, I'd whoop your ass. And it's like now, it's funny. You can't say, I'm going to whoop your ass or like you're a jackass. But you can say, you know, I'm going to kill you. And I get the contradiction. It makes not a whole hell of a lot of sense. But whatever. Ember Moon seems to have been put on the back burner. But coincidentally, although she was put on the back burner, She also then got injured and now needs surgery, as we talked about as well. So she needs surgery. So, kind of that saves WWE from a pass, I guess, getting out of the get out of Ember alive card, I guess. I don't know, because they can't use her anyway now because she's injured. But had they, and I get it, you can't have so many women, whatever the hell. I mean, you got Bayley and Sasha, you got this one and that one, and there's no room for it because right now we're dealing with Becky and Ronda and Asuka and Charlotte. Where are you going to put Bayley and Sasha? And then you want to get into Ember Moon too? I don't know. But maybe Ember Moon could have faced Asuka. Maybe it could have been Ember Moon, Charlotte, and Asuka in a triple threat. That could have been cool. I wouldn't have minded seeing Asuka, Ember Moon, and Charlotte, and maybe a fourth woman, or maybe two more women, in a 6-woman ladder match at WrestleMania for the SmackDown title. That'd be cool. That would be pretty cool. And then you could have Ronda and Becky face off. I mean, that would be really ideal, I think. I'd love that. Rather than 2 matches that are just one-on-one matches for the titles. Again, I don't like that there's 2 women titles because they're hard to distinguish which one's more important. Even though Raw, you would think, is more important, it's still hard to distinguish the 2. I think it would be much better if they had a intercontinental sort of women's title. 3 women's titles. A tag team championship, a mid-card title, and the women's world title. And you put the tag team and mid-card on SmackDown, and you put the Raw, or when the brand split ends, who cares? It doesn't matter where they go, But then it makes sense. And get rid of these multiple titles. It's so stupid. I don't get it. It's just... And then they're going to have to merge the Universal title again. It's going to get merged again. That there's going to be a unification or whatever. They're going to get rid of the whole brand split's going to end again, and they're going to unify the Universal Championship and the WWE World title, and they'll be the undisputed champion again, or whatever you want to call it. Rumors are floating around that they're working on a new WWE title similar to the Eagle belt of back in the day. The belt that we all grew up on if we were 90s kids. That would be sick. I would love to see the old Eagle belt, but bigger, because that thing was a small belt, but a little bit bigger. And I did like the second, iteration of it, the one that had that really weird bold blue outline when Stone Cold received it after winning the title. At the time, I was actually angry as a fan because I wanted Steve Austin to hold the belt that I knew was the world title, but now he was holding this gigantic belt. And I was like, what is that thing? That thing is huge. But looking back on it, it was kind of cool now. It's like, wow, that thing was pretty cool. It was weird. It never felt right, but it was cool looking. I don't know. Something about it. Maybe they could bring back the Eagle belt, but that size. And it could be that bold blue belt again. I don't know. But, and then you get rid of the Universal belt because that thing's been a joke anyway. It's basically been a title for just Lesnar. The whole reason for it has been just about Lesnar. That's been it. And whether that was intended or not after Finn Balor's injury happened, I don't know. But that's basically just what ended up happening. You want to talk about Raw viewership? My guess is it was pretty good. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm guessing it was probably decent. Not very good, but it was probably better than usual because it was post-Rumble. There was a lot of hype post-Rumble. So let's go take a look. Let's see what we got. And I clicked on the wrong page. Raw viewership. Monday Night Raw drew a 2.7. That's up 9% from last week's 2.4. That's as expected, guys. As expected. I would expect 300 to 400,000 more people watching due to the post pay-per-view. Probably you'll see that number drop. I'm going to bet the number drops to 2.5 for next week, like around 2.5, 2.6 for next week. Because there's still interest building to this WrestleMania season. This should be the best ratings for WWE coming of last year, this year, except for last WrestleMania time, over the next 3 months. In early January, we were 2.3, 2.7, 2.4, and 2.7 the other day. So most likely that's going to drop again back down to maybe a 2.5, I'll guesstimate. And then we'll be getting into some 2.5s probably leading into WrestleMania, when it probably will go back up to 2.8. And your post-WrestleMania Raw, if you're lucky for WWE, will probably draw a 3.3 or something like that. It's going to be bad probably. But that's what we're at, man. And that's basically everything I wanted to speak about at this time. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini state of the WWE. And I will be live tonight after SmackDown goes off the air. And I will see you tonight live after WWE SmackDown. If you want, become a patron, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Leave a like, share this video to all your friends, wrestling friends, tell people about the show. And thanks for subscribing. I'll see you tonight. Here's a couple videos that you may have missed on YouTube. Click on one of them on the left or right, unless I messed up and they're not popping up for you right now. But they should be. Click on them and continue to watch my channel if you'd like to. Otherwise, just leave a comment below and tell me what's up.